Aloha, welcome to Beach Walks. You can find us at beachwalks.tv.
Hey everybody, welcome to Beach Walks. As you can see, today I have two special guests with us. This is Marlis and Steve, and they are visiting from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's interesting because Lexi and I were at the shower one day, and Steve came up to us and said, "Hey, rocks!" And I said, "Hey!" And come to find out, of course, that Steve and Marlis are Beach Walks fans. You have a daughter, correct?
We have a daughter who lives here in Hawaii, and it's our fourth time visiting her.
Oh, wonderful.
And she's only been here 2 years, so we found this beach and we just love it. I'm just such a fan of swimming and beaching that I have to come every day.
That's really
we have to visit the grandchildren also.
Yes.
That's the best part too.
Excellent. How many do you have?
3. But now they're in school right now, so we can beach while they're in school. And they've been to the beach so much that they don't even like it anymore. They can come whenever they want. So.
Wow, that's amazing. So here's a Beach Walks tip for you out there. Have children that move to Hawaii, and that'll make it easier for you to come here, right?
Or have a daughter that marries a naval aviator. Then you have to go to exotic locations like Spain, Japan, Illinois, Hawaii.
That is the upside of the military, isn't it? It is. Well, I understand you're both artists. What sort of work do you do?
I'm a figurative sculptor, and Marlis is a painter.
Oh, well, I should commission a Lexi work. Do you do animals, or is that an insult?
Actually, I do animals, but not lately.
It's a lot of penguins one year.
One year I did a whole series of emperor penguins. About 30 years ago, I was doing a series of whales and dolphins.
Oh, wow.
And
that's
in
beautiful.
my research, I found a Picasso fish. And it was so amazingly colored that I decided I had to do a sculpture of that. So I did the sculpture. And then our daughter grew up and married the pilot. And then we followed them around the world. And then just last week, I was snorkeling in Shark's Cove. And I looked down and there was the Picasso fish right there in his own home.
Oh,
so
that's wonderful.
I hadn't imagined that I'd ever see such a thing.
That's really wonderful.
Pretty good.
Well, one thing I learned that I'd like to share with everyone at Beach Walks is you said, right before we started this show, Steve had said, well, I visualized meeting you, but I hadn't actually visualized being on the show.
Right.
So you both practice this visualizing the world the way you want it to be, and it's actually working for you. So I'd like to reinforce those points, and in this case, we raised you one. To speak in poker terms.
That's true. Very true.
That's great. That's great.
Visualize what we want to do in life, and it always works out.
It does.
Amazing.
It is, isn't it? It is amazing. Even though there are speed bumps, of course, along the way.
Right. It always doesn't happen the way you think, of course. But if you really visualize things you want to happen in the future, they come to without working at it. You don't have to work at it. You don't have to plan and work hard. They just come about. It's amazing.
Well, I think that's a perfect place for us to end today and leave that really very inspiring message for everyone. Thank you so much for speaking up and for visualizing.
Thank you.
And of course for joining us here on Beach Walks. If you'd like to Skype, you can Skype at Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, the number is 949-544-1456, and it's Shaka time. That's good. That's good.
Aloha, welcome to Beach Walks.